I want to bring Barbara Starr into the conversation. And Barbara, I want to start with a different issue. On this program this morning, two startling statements, or progress statements, you might say, from two men who have held the position of chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. One is the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Colin Powell, now retired. I asked him if he still stood by the position he had some years ago, that the policy don't ask, don't tell, that prohibits gay and lesbian Americans from serving openly in the military, was still a good one. Let's listen.
Well, the policy and the law that came about in 1993, I think, was correct for the time. 16 years have now gone by, and I think a lot has changed with respect to attitudes within our country, and therefore I think this is a policy and a law that should be reviewed.
And as that review goes forward, and the President of the United States has promised to change that policy, the man currently in that job, Admiral Mike Mullen, says he believes the political tide is about to shift.
We clearly are carrying out both that policy and law, and we'll continue to do that until it changes. Secretary Gates spoke recently about reviewing the policy to make sure that we were executing it in the most humane way possible. It's very clear what President Obama's intent here is. He intends to see this law changed.
So, Barbara, it's very clear what President Obama's intent is, Admiral Mullen says, but privately, is his position still as it was 2 years ago, that he believes the current policy should stay in place?
Well, you know, John, make no mistake, what Admiral Mullen and other top leaders have been saying is the law needs to be, if somebody wants to change this, then the law needs to be changed, that they have no flexibility other than to enforce the law as it now exists, which is don't ask, don't tell. But when Admiral Mullen said this on your show today, it was remarkable. I think this notion of talking about the president's intent, the admiral really threw the marker down on the table to the rest of the U.S. military. This is what the president wants. The military will support him. The only question now is how to get it all done with Congress, John.